Whew. All right, you guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Mama Manifests here. This is going to be part 2 to the Divine Feminine. I think I labeled it Transmission. I hope you guys, if you haven't, I'm also going to put the link to the Pleiadian wake-up call message. Some of you are Pleiadians, some of you are different. Some of you are Orion starseeds. They're all different ones, but that doesn't matter, and that's not the point here. This is going to be part 2 to that message. What happened was I actually finished up that message, and in the comments section, I told you guys I was going to be putting that Pleiadian video down there. So I started uploading the video, which it is uploading right this second. And I watched that video and I was activated on a further level. Okay. And that first video, if you guys have not watched it, please go watch that video before you start watching this one, and just realize that you clicked on all of this for a reason. This is going to act as an activation for you. Whether or not it's making sense to you as you're watching it, or you're just picking up pieces, I encourage you to continue watching it, even if you have to do it in pieces, in segments, because it might be triggering for some of you. But just getting the information into your stream of consciousness is going to rapidly push your awakening process happening, your consciousness expansion. So, wow, you guys, it's been the biggest shift, like I said in the last video, that I have ever felt. And we're just going to continue going. I said that in the last video that I was going to make it extended and do all that, but it's just going to be a part 2, and it's just going to be free as well. If you guys do want to send a donation to me, all of the links for that is in the description box down below. If you just feel called to, right? I'm not asking you guys to do that, but if you feel called to, that is open. I am available and open to receive that. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and we're going to jump in. I was called to these 3 decks. I'm going to do a Celtic cross with this, and this is going to be a transmission for, we all have divine feminine and divine masculine within us. So whether you identify as either or, whether you are a man or a woman, this is our emotional body being activated. Okay, it's the divine feminine within us all being activated, because our emotion system is it's the most powerful force, right? It's how we manifest everything into our life. It's how we shift timelines. It's how we change everything, right? And the old paradigm, like, we are truly, when we're sleeping, when we're just going through and living in the matrix and working and, sleeping and, not living for a sense of purpose, or not feeling a sense of purpose, we are truly enslaved to our emotions, or the lack thereof emotions. We're enslaved into a system that's not really serving us, and it's not really doing anything for us. Okay. And I hope you guys are staying with me here. Like I said, if you need to watch this a couple times, I encourage you to do that. If you need to break it up in pieces, because this is going to be, I can feel it. It's going to be a very, I don't want to say dense. It's not, I guess, yeah, but it's going to have a lot of activation. It's going to have a lot of information. And I know I can see already I'm talking very, very fast. I feel that the Pleiadians are here with us at this moment. We have Archangel Michael. We have Dr. Wayne Dyer. We have Louise Hay. Wow. A lot of energy is coming in here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump right into the cards. We are going to see what comes out of the, wow. Okay, yeah, I knew it. I knew before I even picked up this deck. We're moving on to the shift that you're feeling is you're moving on to a different timeline, okay? I ended the last video talking about we've all experienced synchronicity before and been like, wow, and the divine is orchestrating all of this. This is a different level of synchronicity. This is a different level of knowing. This is knowing who you are. This is being connected with your soul. This is truly the biggest jump of timelines, right? From your old life to your new life. Okay. That's just what's happening right here. And it's imperative right now that, you keep your thoughts, right? Keep redirecting them, deep breaths. Your prayer life is incredibly important. Pray to source, pray to God right now. You're co-creating. This is the most important energy in your life right now. But just, you know what I mean? Like, yep. And the anxiety, because the reason I did that last video was because the anxiety level that I could feel within the collective, and it wasn't manifesting in very dark ways for me just because of where I'm at right now, but it was definitely weird. It was weird energy, and that's because we're in the womb right now, right? We're in the womb. We've been growing, and we're about to be like we're about to be going through the birth canal, and before we come out and move it, oh my gosh, you guys, before we come out of that, like literally this is like the same thing as when you were born into this reality. Okay. And I know it was different, and I know we were a baby, and I know that memory has been, we don't remember the trauma. Some of you may remember the trauma. Some of you may have had flashbacks or a remembrance of what being born felt like. But that's actually what we're going to be going through again, right? We're going to a completely different timeline here. Yep. And it's a place where it's just agape, right? Like unconditional love. I'm feeling like the complete chakra alignment here. I'm completely like the lines in this card are connected to all that is, feeling a connection to everything, everyone, and having love and no harsh judgments, right? Like all of that trauma, all of that emotional manipulation that, we've all kind of been a part of for all this time is really, it's the biggest exit of that energy that we've experienced thus far. Okay. Look at that. We have the mother energy, right? As we were talking about birthing. And I just really feel like this is like, whether you're man or woman, I feel like this is a divine feminine awakening within us all. No matter where you're at on your journey, right? We're just moving into that next level of divine feminine energy. Okay. Okay. What do we want to do here? I'm not gonna take any of those because like 20 fell out. Let's see here. Yeah, it's really important right now for you guys. If you want to take advantage of this transition happening right now, be alone. Be alone, and be clearing your energy. I've been burning Palo Santo like crazy lately, you guys, like crazy, just clearing over my own energy. I've been working with crystals more than usual. I definitely keep some candles burning, which, by the way, I want to turn this around. I just don't like seeing the label in the videos. I don't know why. But this one I do because it says home is my happy place. But anyway, okay. But yeah, it's really important to be alone right now, because while your energy, your chakras are aligning and your auric field is, and you're shifting timelines, you don't want anything interfering with that. Okay. That's people, and unless they're like, you really have that trust and they make you feel good and you feel comfortable talking to them. But if they trigger you, or, I guess, you can't avoid people completely, but it's imperative right now to spend some time alone to best take advantage of this shift and this energy upgrade that's happening at this time. Okay. Yeah. You've been doing all of this work, and now it's like that's why it feels like, because you probably feel in between two worlds right now, because there's a thread that holds this old energy here between like the rainbow. We see all the dark and we all see all the clouds of smoke. Okay. And then on the other side here, we see the rainbow. And the only thing in between these two things is a mere thread. Okay. So while we're pulling that thread and moving on to this new timeline and getting this huge emotional healing, this huge emotional activation, it's imperative to spend it. I saw the empty room card. That's why I keep saying that. Okay. It's imperative that we spend some time alone. Okay. Seriously, you guys. Do we have any other messages? What other messages would we like to add to this message? How many times can I say the word message? Do we have anything else? I'm trying to get more grounded here too. But the energy, the Pleiadians, they are so high frequency, and so like that's probably what it is, because I do feel their presence here and I did call them in. That's why everything's like like if Pleiadians had a sound, that's what it would be. Okay. I'm going to shuffle. Let's see here. Yeah. Truth about the past, about where we came from, and seeing the truth of that and healing all of that. Absolutely. Okay. I'll take those. I'll take those. All right, we have the offering, and I think we talked about this in the last message. It's completely offering up all the outside distractions, like offering up. And it's not about, like, you can do the things that you enjoy doing, but we're offering up the compulsive nature of it and the comfort and the avoidance that the compulsive nature of those behaviors brings us. Whether it's drinking too much, whether it's smoking too much weed, whether it's, compulsively smoking cigarettes, whether it's, eating, binging or whatever, whether it's, engaging in sexual distractions, whatever it is, we're being asked to offer that up, to pull this next thread, to go to the next level, to go to the magical land, right? Truly, like this rainbow, to see things from a completely different perspective. Okay. I saw the one card here. Okay. And, that's all about you focusing the energy on yourself, right? And understanding that we're learning all about our own cosmic nature, right? And again, just like I saw in that agape card, I feel like these lines are really symbolizing the connection to all that is, the remembrance, because that was another big message that came through in that first reading, the remembrance. We are remembering, our souls are, like, the timeline that's happening is our souls are remembering who we are on a level that we've never experienced before. Okay. There's a whole new group of people and moving to a whole nother level. There's a huge jump happening right now. Okay. And it's saying here too, to don't put yourself in a box right now. Be malleable. Allow yourself to be open-minded. Allow yourself to be pulled wherever let your soul and your third eye and your heart and your, have your crown chakra opened, right? Be completely connected and tapped in and tuned in and turned on to the divine, but don't be so rigid in what you think you're supposed to be doing right now, how you're supposed to be approaching things, right? Let that guidance come into you, and how that guidance is going to come into you is by really focusing on self, by spending time alone and really getting to meditation to receive these downloads, to receive the energetic upgrades. Like, it's a point, and sometimes during my meditations, and it's usually when I spend longer times in meditations, I can literally feel the changes happening in my body as it's happening. I'll get twitches all over my body, my face, my legs, like in my feet, like I can feel it happening. Okay. And with this dead end card, it's just like, we've been trying to make certain ideas, work, right? We've thought things were supposed to look a certain way, right? And we've been trying it. And with the dead end, like I don't know how to really explain what I'm trying to say here. I am actually going to open up the book because I know there's more activations within the book that I can see and connect the dots. But like, don't be so, what's holding us off is what we think things should look like. Right? And things are going to look better than whatever we thought they should have looked like. And this is really us trusting the process and putting ourselves first and offering up this idea, right? It's this offering, because when you're offering something up in return for something much bigger and better, right? You must make a sacrifice here. I'm almost feeling like this sacrificial energy, and it's a sacrifice of what you believed like the whole thing was going to look like, right? And the shapeshifter is really asking us to stay open to the process, stay open to us taking, maybe it all leads to the same place. Maybe it leads you to exactly what your manifestations and what you want look like. Perhaps it does, right? But the road there, be open to, even if it looks like, oh, wow, it's leading me in a completely different direction, follow it right now. We need to remain open to the guidance, right? This isn't about what we are just ourselves, our egoic mind thinks we're supposed to be doing. This is about our soul, right? And that's what's happening here too. There's that soul remembrance happening. Okay. So yeah, it's about listening more to what the soul has to say. And yes, I did want to read this dead end card just really quick before we move on. It is a place. Okay. Where are we? 143. Okay. What do we got here? The closed door, the final chapter, the impasse. Contrary to what its name implies, the dead end is very much alive. It's a force that stops us from moving forward as planned. Exactly. I just got chills. It is thick, dense, uncompromising. Yes, that was the energy. Like that, why I started that first reading in the first place, because it was thick and it was dense. Exactly the way I described it here. Uncompromising, a wall beyond all walls. With every bramble, thorn, and stone, it simply states, no more child. You have reached the last page of this chapter. It is natural to resist its very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. In this way, we fight with life itself. From a mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you. Yes, that's what I feel. Like this card is just it's picking up. Look at all the dark energy here. Do you see this? Like, do you see these cards here? That is just wild, okay? Like, it's dark, and that's what we're coming out of. A place of darkness, a place of where the lights were all turned off, and all of us were just walking around like zombies and robots, and oh my gosh. But yes, it's like everything is really dark here, but and when we pull that thread, right, when we go to that rainbow, right, look at, even here, we see where what she's offering up is for more vibrant colors here. Okay, like it's the same story. It's the same story going on. But yes, it's like all the new doors are opening, right? So just go with the flow, feel the process. Like, and when you really know what's going on, this energy is kind of fun. Like, to me, I'm having fun with this energy. I know that not everybody is, and I know that there's a certain point at my journey where I would have been freaking the heck out right now. But it's exciting to me truly right now, because I know all these doors are opening and I can feel it, and I can feel the purging happening. It is natural to resist. To prove our point, hold on to what was. And so the end you face is very much a beginning. From a mythic perspective, the end you face is very much a beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust, and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. So what we're learning about right now is acceptance, humility, relief, right? It's like maybe like this is the end of confusion, right? Like this is the end of confusion, of wondering, of worrying about a person, a situation, a thing, it doesn't matter, right? Like there's a much bigger picture happening here right now. You have a much bigger purpose to serve than any of these menial things that, the doors you wanted to walk through and what they represented. Chances are you wanted those things because they were attached to earthly, achievements and desires, and that stuff, after you go through this upgrade, you're not even going to feel attached or have a wanting for those types of energies around you anymore. So even though while right now it feels uncomfortable because we're like, we're holding on to what always was, there's a major purge happening right now, which I think I talked about before. The energetic burdens are going to be released, therefore allowing and opening all the doors to open up for you. Okay? And yeah, there's a sense of relief here because there's been so much confusion for so long. It's like, well, which way do I go? Which way to go? And now it's like, not only is that confusion lifted, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter as long as you're living like your purpose and putting that as number one and trusting and like your spiritual practice. Like, here's the thing. We have to be connected with our purpose. Your spiritual purpose and we often make ourselves small, right? We often don't realize the impact that we're making on the lives of those around us, right? Like, if if you're sharing things, even if it's only touching one person, how many lives is that one person's life touching? Think about that and think about it from that vantage point, okay? It's insane. It's insane. And then collectively, right, the vibration of the planet is completely rising and it's making a better world for all. And there's just absolutely nothing more beautiful than that. There's nothing more beautiful than that of like walking, look at the slow progress of change, you know, look at like, I mean, it's been fast, you know, but like it's a relative thing. It's one of those relative things. It, you know, in some ways it appears fast, in some ways it appears slow, but just, it's, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. And just all of the things that we have overcome as the human species together, just think about the nasty points in history and what, you know, how we still treat each other. And, you know, because this change is happening, you know, it's obviously manifested on the political spectrum because one end represents, you know, the toxic masculine and one end represents the toxic feminine. And so it's just manifesting in physical reality because it's a mirror, because we need to look in the mirror, right? To make that change. We have to see ourselves for who we truly are to be able to make that change, okay? So I have this astro deck here, which I don't, you know, I don't often use in readings, but I wanted to see if there was any messages. I felt called to pick it up, okay? Some of you could be a Taurus, but yeah, we have the seeking card here. And this is like, yes, it's seeking, right? The ninth house, it's a new level of learning, right? A spiritual quest, right? And, you know, taking risks right now. Risks are rewarded, right? Okay. But yeah. So yeah, we have, some of you are a Taurus here. Very cool. I'm a Taurus. Hey. All right. What other messages do we have to add here? What other messages do we have? Okay. So that seeking card wanted to come right back out. Look at it. Of course. Seeking the truth about the first house, which is self and healing. Look, Chiron, okay? Healing powers, growth, amends, release, personal development, inherited issues, self-doubt, generational trauma, shame. That, first of all, it is the end of shame, okay? There is nothing to be ashamed about. We have all been doing the best that we can with what we knew how to. And the sooner we all realize about that about ourselves, and then we realize that about each other, the better off we're gonna be. Because the truth is we're all connected through the fiber of existence. So when we place judgment or anything upon another person, it truly is just a reflection on ourselves. And unfortunately, that energy is like a rebound. Yeah, it rebounds, but what is that? A boomerang, and it just comes right back to us. It's like that old elementary saying, you know, rubber and glue, whatever you say to me bounces off me because I'm rubber and I'm rubber. When somebody said something mean to you in elementary school, I'm rubber and you're glue. So whatever you say to me bounces off me, goes back and sticks to you. It's the truth. Okay. And so if, you know, we've all been judgmental. I'm going to be probably judgmental of a bunch of things tomorrow, you know, and I don't want to manifest that, but I'm just the reality. I'm a human being. We're still, you know, but we become less and less judgmental. We start to realize when we are, and that's the power. So don't, like, I felt some of you, you're like, oh, I've been judgmental. You start beating up on yourself. Don't beat up. No, I just said we're done with shame. I just said that. Okay. So stop it. Let's get a Celtic cross really quick. And this is driving me crazy, so I have to move my camera for a second to get this off of here. Hold on 1 second, you guys. This is agitating me. Close. Okay. Let's see. All right, sorry about that, you guys. It was, I had a notification on there and I couldn't see the thing and I wanted to look at it and I wanted to see it. Okay. And I just looked at the bottom of the deck, by the way, you guys, and we have the 12th house, which is surrender. Surrender to this entire process. Look, forgiveness, baggage, trance states, like, yeah, depending on where you're at on your journey, you know, I mean, if it's your first time, you guys can really get some it's a spiritual time right now. If you guys want to get into a trance state and really experience some a high level, you know, downloads and, you know, information and connection to the universe, I would definitely recommend some meditation right now. I mean, that's not only going to assist your healing process and all of that, but yeah, anyway, wow. I'm going crazy. Look at this. Stop, you guys. Look where I just cut the deck. 9 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles, right? The two really, really good nines, right? The two really, really good. Your wishes are coming true, all of them, right? You're going to be happier than you've ever known. And you've been on this path of becoming independent of all people, places, and things, not looking out for anybody to make you feel good, not looking for anybody to, just in any way, right? Being codependent in any way, on anything, on anybody, just being free, right? With the 9 of Pentacles, you're free. You are free. Look at, she's just walking through nature. She's got her pentacles. She's got her security, right? Because I feel like it doesn't necessarily have to represent money. Pentacles don't necessarily have to represent money, but it's safety and security, because that's what the earth sign is all about. So she's walking through the forest. She's got a bird on her hand and she's just doing her own thing. Look at what she's wearing. Like, she's regal. Okay, she's regal. And then, yeah, look at this, like getting everything you want, right? It's like seeing the fruits of your labor. That's what's on the other side of this thread. Okay, that's what that rainbow is there. It's that 9 of Cups, right? It's like all the stuff that you've been working so hard for. We got the Queen of Pentacles. Some of you are really an earth sign. Okay, and if you're not, if you're not, that's cool. But, and I'm just seeing it strong here because we have that Taurus card and now Queen of Pentacles, which is Capricorn, and Taurus and Virgo. But yeah, stability. Whether or not you're an earth sign or not, we're talking about stability, okay? Queen of Pentacles loves herself. She nurtures herself. If you have children, she's amazing with children. She, people listen to her. She knows how to cook. She knows how to clean. She knows how to take care of the house. She's wifey. Let's be real. Queen of Pentacles is wifey. And you're going to have some reasons to celebrate. All right. Whew. Okay. I don't know how this is going to work. I have to remember to keep it up here so we don't miss anything. All right, what do we got here? Okay, yep, look at this. That's 7 of Pentacles. So 7 of Pentacles right at the beginning of the reading. This is you showing up for yourself every single day. This is you making a conscious choice, whether or not you wake up crying or not, or it's been terrible, saying, my spirituality and my personal growth is the most important thing to me. Connecting and finding my purpose and staying emotionally balanced is the most important thing to me. Showing up every single day and having the patience that it takes to do that, okay? That's what we're seeing here. And then we have the 6 of Cups, right? This is you going into, because here's how do you show up for yourself every day? How do you connect with your purpose? How do you see for you guys, that included healing the past, right? That include going back to the past, seeing situations for what they truly were, right? Healing away any biases that you could possibly have moving forward, any blocks that blocked you from unconditional love. It's truly seeing all the situations for what they were. And it's through the lens of forgiveness. It's through the lens of forgiveness, okay? Whew. What do we have at the foundation here? Oh my gosh, yep. This is the battle of the ego. This is the needing to be right. This is being attached and fighting. Like 5 of Swords is fighting with people. It's just fighting. It's an inner battle. It's a battle with self, but it's just like fighting your way through this whole situation. And now you're being paid off. You've been fighting so hard. Some of you for your life. Some of you for your life, okay? And the people around you don't understand that, but that's fine. They don't need to. The only person that needs to understand is you. But yes, the foundation here and what we've been going through and the root of everything is that you have been fighting for your life. You've been fighting for this process. You've been fighting for everything that's about to manifest for you. Okay. And the upgrades that are happening. Okay. Because I think I said it at the beginning of the reading. I feel like there's multiple groups of people who I'm reading for in these readings. It's just a transmission and an activation. So for some of you, this is going to be big physical manifestations. This is going to be your business taking off finally. This is going to be finally being secure. This is going to be finally feeling independent. Like, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. Some of you, it's going to be all of the above, just depending on where you're at. You're moving into the next level, okay? That is coming through. All right, look at this. Yep. You're feeling victorious, okay? This victory message keeps coming out in readings, okay? And it came out in a collective reading the other day, and it came out in the Taurus reading, but it's just all about like victory, right? And feeling victorious, feeling like, oh my gosh, I actually can do this. Where as opposed to in the past, you're questioning, can I do this? Can I really do this? And now you know the answer to that question is in fact, yes. Okay. Look at this, because you've been following your intuition this entire time, regardless of, what all the people have said to you, the judgments. It's like your intuition and following, your emotions, the divine feminine activation, right? Which is going to be your emotional body. You've been doing that. You've just been following that, and you've known that your emotions and healing your emotions, Six of Cups here, has been the road to lead you exactly where you are right now. And it's the road to lead you to connect you with your purpose. And if you don't know that, now you know that, okay? Your emotions, yep. Look here. It's like we have the Two of Swords, and that's just like not knowing which direction to go in. So I feel like some of you are still in that energy, and because it's dark right down here. It's dark. And you can't see everything clear. You literally have a blindfold on, okay? But you could put the swords down and take the blindfold off. Look at her. Why is she sitting there with a blindfold on? Why? Like, first of all, look at the beauty that surrounds her. That's the funniest part, okay? So she just puts the swords down, which she's blocking her heart chakra. Message for some of you. You have swords up. You're trying to fight, okay? We still have some of this lingering Five of Swords energy here, okay? We're blocking off our heart of fear for some reason, okay? So if you are doing that, there's some Six of Cups energy. We need to look at the past and see it for the beauty that it truly is. Like, see that everything in our life was always connecting us to our purpose. All the trauma we went through, there is no reason to be angry about anything, right? And I'm not saying, right, as you're going through things, I never say that. I am never going to say, like, don't feel your emotions, okay? I am a very emotional person. I'm a very sensitive person. I feel anger. I feel sadness. But if even me, like, for me to just truly, that's something I need to tell myself. And that's something you guys need to tell yourself. There is no reason to be angry about anything. Like, there's no reason. Like, because it only hurts yourself, right? It's justifiable on many, many levels. Your anger is justifiable, especially what would be regarded in today's society, right, as a justifiable means for anger. But when you carry anger, you carry poison around, and you cut yourself off from your emotional body, which means you cut yourself off for your intuition. And your emotional body, as we opened up this reading, is the biggest access to your manifestations. That's how you manifest the life you want. That's how you build the life you want. So what we're going to do, you guys, is we're going to put on some heart chakra frequency in the background at your house. Okay. That's what you're going to listen to, right? Instead of whatever else is going on. Heart chakra, because, there's a heart clog. So moving forward, right, to pull this thread, the heart chakra is going to be huge, and just allowing. All you have to do is be willing to allow forgiveness, compassion to come in. Put down the darn swords so you can take off your blindfold and see the beauty that surrounds your life. All right? Capiche? All right. We're going to put these here so we can see it. Okay. Look, we were in the moon energy for so long, and this is where we're going. The happiest card in the deck. Some of you could be Leos because we have, we have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I mean, we have every sign here. We have cups, we have wands, we have pentacles, and we have swords. So any sign, but I'm just for some of you, we have the Leo. It's our first major coming through. But yeah, happiest card in the deck here, right? And seeing things for what they truly are and not being afraid anymore to see things for what they truly are. If you were wrong in the past, we're all wrong. If you've made mistakes, we've all made mistakes. Stop being afraid to look at the shortcomings that you have and that we all have. Realize that they were there to connect us with our purpose. There's no reason to be angry at ourselves for the mistakes of our past. And let's be willing to see things for what they truly are. Because the sun's coming out, baby, and there is nowhere to hide. We have been in a place where there's been this moon energy, right? It's darker, it's elusive, you can get away with a lot more. We know that nothing good happens after midnight. But the sun's coming out. The sun is coming out, baby. And that's a good thing for all of us, right? Here's the trigger for some of you. Whoa, financial restrictions. There's financial restrictions here. There's feeling completely left out in the cold. There's, some of these triggers and these activations are happening because you're going through heartbreak. Heartbreak, you're feeling completely left behind. You're feeling completely forgotten about. You're feeling like the whole world is against you. Okay, I get it. And these are the triggers that are activating this. Know that if you are going through these emotions, you are exactly where you need to be right now. This is a huge moment for you, and the rainbow and the sun is coming out. Just be patient with yourself in the process. Don't make any crazy decisions. I know 5 of Pentacles is an extremely triggering energy. And here's the thing. They're standing outside of a church. So the symbolism on this card is, although they feel cold, right? It's winter time. They're in tattered clothes. They could go inside and get the warmth, right? Like, you're not alone. You are not alone. And realize that all of this is happening for you. All of this is happening for you guys. Okay? I love you. I'm here for you. Yeah, I mean, it's like this is getting biblical now. Okay? We got the angel, sounding everything, right? This is judgment. And, this is, again, like making a decision to walk into a new world, walk out of the matrix and into this new world completely, leaving it all behind, putting our spiritual practice as number one, right? And not being afraid of what other people, this came through. I don't remember if it was at the beginning of this meeting. I think it was the other reading, but like being afraid of, people judging us, or your judgment of self, or releasing harsh judgment, right? Don't be afraid of the future. Don't be afraid of where you're going. Look at these people. They all want to ascend. They all want to move up. And when we make that decision, no matter what you've done, how bad you think it is, you have the opportunity to go, and you can go. And you can go, but you have to, 7 of Pentacles, show up, plant your seeds every single day, make the decision to follow your intuition, regardless of what anybody else thinks. Make the decision. Like, it's not like your ego is just going to fall away in one day. It's a work. It's a process. But make the decision that you don't want to fight anymore, that you want to feel victorious, that you're willing to see the truth, that you're willing to put the darn swords down and take your blindfold off. Okay? For reals. For reals. There's nothing to be afraid of here. There's nothing to be afraid of here. Okay? And here, look it. We have it. It's like making that decision to walk away from the 5 of Swords. Truly, because now we have the 6 of Swords. And the 6 of Swords is this phase of your life has taught all of it can. All of the fighting, all of this lower ego energy has taught you, you've learned all you can learn in this phase of your life. It is time to move on to calmer waters. Okay? And that's what the 6 of Swords is all about. And it's all about, like, I feel like it's like with the 2 of Swords. This is what, yep, this is the 2 of Swords. It's like, okay, here, there's a huge thing going on here. It's like, do I get in the boat? It's like you're standing outside of the boat, right? You're in this, the 5 of Swords is the foundation here, and this is where we're going. We're making a transition here. But it's like, It's standing outside of the boat, right? Look at, yep, that it is, because the boat's probably coming in and she's not going to see it come in because she has swords up and her blindfold on. She's by water. The boat's going to come. And unless she puts those swords down and makes the decision to open up her heart space, follow her intuition, choose to put down harsh judgment of self and other, open up the heart chakra, she's not going to be able to get on this boat when it comes. She's not going to be able to get on this boat when it comes because, she's too busy, sitting in the five. Do you really want to stay here or do you want to go on a boat? Like, do you want to be in the Five of Pentacles? Like, that's your choice, right? If you don't put down the swords and take off the blindfold, you're going to stay in the Five of Pentacles energy. And here's the thing. We have free will. We do. We just do. We like, it's not just going to happen for us unless we make the intention, right? You just have to make the intention. You have to make a decision. It comes down to making a decision. What do you want your life to look like? Do you want to keep manifesting Five of Pentacles situations in your life? Or do you want to put down the swords, see things clearly, allow the sun come out, have the victory, feel, royal, move through to the rainbow, and live a happy life, or stay here? It's up to you guys. It's up to you guys. So this is amazing. And it's an empowered thing here. I didn't, realize it was going to go in this direction. Okay. Let's see what's on the bottom. Yep. You have to be willing to, some of you could be a Scorpio or dealing with a Scorpio, because we have another major arcana coming in here. Yeah. And I think the Judgment card, is that Scorpio? I don't know, you guys. But yeah. We have the Death card. So it's really literally, I'm getting very similar vibes off of this dead end. It's like, are you going to allow, because here's the thing, the ego serves us. The lower level energy serves us. We can get things done with it, right? It's becoming less and less valuable, right, within the laws of the universe, and the payoff is becoming very, very crappy, okay? But it used to work. It used to work. The ego, the reason people choose the ego and not to change is because there's some part of it that's comfortable and it's working, okay? But this is all about letting a part of ourselves die completely. Completely. Are you willing to let that part of yourself die? Yes, there's going to be a grieving process, right? You're going to, of course, grieve, right? The process. And as I cut the deck, look here, the Death, you're going to move from the Five of Pentacles into Empress energy. Do you know what Empress energy is? It's having everything. Everything. It's being able to create whatever you want in life. It's knowing that you can have whatever you want in life. It's knowing that you don't ever have to settle for anything ever, because you can attract what you need and what you want to life. It's literally, because these are both Taurus cards, the Empress and the Five of Pentacles, it's literally the opposite of the Five of Pentacles that we see here. Okay. Let's see here. Any additional guidance as we have these cards popping out here. Yep, there's that decision again. Old or new, old or new. Do you take the gift that the universe is trying to give you? Walk away from anything. Yes, here it is. Yep. Walk away from anything that is no longer fulfilling you, right? There's a situation that used to bring you 10 of Cups energy, okay? But at this point, it takes from you. Seven of Swords. It takes more from you than you give. By focusing on that energy, even if you're just thinking about it, even if you're watching a reading about it, even if you're talking about it, even if you're doing any of those things about it, it's feeding that Seven of Swords energy. So it's like accepting the gift of the information that you're receiving from the universe to be able to build the life you want and become the Empress by letting this old stuff go. In return for all of that, making that judgment call, moving away from the conflict, and going into because the Hermit card's a card all about spirituality here, and moving into your spiritual practice and putting that as your number one, and letting the light within your heart and the light of the universe guide you, because he's going on a spiritual quest and a spiritual journey, the Hermit. And yes, this does require you to move away from things. The Hermit is a hermit. He has to spend some time alone to protect his energy field, to do the Six of Cups energy and all of that. Okay? Wow, you guys, huge message coming through. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll talk to you soon. I love each and every single one of you, and I can promise you that. I'll talk to you soon. Namaste and God bless.